Hello and welcome. 3 hours to go. We decided to go out, got roasted, came in. So we actually went out to actually check out the possibility of doing this show from outside.
We're not stronger than the sun.
No, I mean Rohit and Shubhayan have beaten us hollow. So Gargi's coaching has completely failed with her to. Ashok did do a workout, by the way, and I'm in my Mohalaya kurta, so there's no chance of getting roasted in this Dubai heat. Even the pre-match show we will possibly do from the car, from our car parking. This is dangerous weather. How on earth do you play in this heat? You don't play in this heat, you play in the evening, but this is dangerous weather.
It is. In fact, this is the time when the weather in Dubai is typically changing because, year on year, we have seen that September is when it changes. And the onset of the winter, the famous Dubai winter, is actually any time now. But today seems exceptionally hot and there is no breeze blowing. I think the conditions are quite oppressive. And like I said,
So
on day
when
one,
does winter come in, you reckon?
October to March. October to March is the right period. The real winter in Dubai is actually December, January.
So October, this heat kind of recedes a little bit.
Absolutely. In fact, my guess is that in the next 2 weeks it will recede and it will ease up a little bit. Though, of course, even in the daytime, you've got to be careful.
Gargi is ordering her coffee, but let's take comments as well. Gargi, your first thoughts on this heat? You were outside as well.
I have realized that no amount of sunscreen is going to save me from this heat, because at the end of the day, I think I need an inbuilt AC system that walks with you, because Dubai is too much. The heat is too much. I'm just kidding. It is quite hot, and I am actually concerned for Rohit and Shubhayan who are out there. Are they doing it from outside?
Yes,
Obviously, they can't do it from inside the stadium.
I know. I gave them the option. I told them there is no question. Do it from the apartment. Do it from the apartment. They said no. We'll go to the stadium. I said yeah. You want to go, but go around 5 o'clock, 5:30 when it's slightly less, and then build it up to about 7. You absolutely can do the show till about 7:30 local, which is when toss happens. And you can do it till about 6 o'clock local, which is 7:30 India, which is when toss happens, and you can then go in. They said no, we'll do it from the stadium, but it is oppressive heat, and she's right. I mean, no amount of sunscreen can do the job. I've tried it twice already today. Shormishta has advised me multiple times. I've tried that, but what do you do? What do you do to this heat? I mean, you try, but something to better this heat is the India-Pakistan game. I think the heat there is more than even Dubai heat in every sense. Mohsin Naqvi landing up at the Pakistan practice, that has added much to the heat of the moment. Plenty of things going on. Pakistan mulling a couple of changes. But let's put it in context. They've been shouting 6-0, 6-0. Gargi has a new 6-0. What is the 6-0?
6-0 actually, when we were at the Pakistan practice session yesterday, and we heard about the fact that Pakistan players were yelling 6-0, 6-0. I just realized they were talking about the head-to-head matches with India. So that's what they were alluding to, that we've been working so hard, yet
they're going to correct it this time.
For the last 6 times that it's been India that's winning. So they were pumping themselves up, reminding themselves that they've lost the past 6 matches that they played with India. So that's what it was about.
So let us give you the past 6 matches also, Gargi. Why don't you give the past 6 matches? One is Melbourne 2022 Virat Kohli's game. Thereafter is Asia Cup of 2000. Yes, please go ahead.
Here it is. MCG 2022 World Cup encounter. Who wins? India. Asia Cup 2023. Who is the winner between India and Pakistan? Obviously India. 50 over World Cup 2023. India wins again. New York T20 World Cup. India wins. Dubai 2025. Just a few days back. India wins. And Asia Cup. Dubai 2025?
Yeah, it's the
Champions Trophy, right. And then the Asia Cup just a few days back. So that's the last 6 encounters that India has won against Pakistan. So that's what they were alluding to. That's what they were talking about when they were saying 6-0, 6-0.
Ashok, your thoughts on that? There is no need for the 6-0. If you say that, then it becomes, the cricket also. It's ultimately the cricket, and you've actually lost 6-0 in the last 6 encounters.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the heat is definitely, several notches up than the usual India-Pakistan clash. I think even behind the scenes, there is a lot of stress. I think in the ground today, the slightest provocation can actually escalate very, very fast. On the ground as well, I think given the way the Pakistan team management has conducted itself, given that Mohsin Naqvi has decided to come down one day before, given that they have chosen not to address the press conference, I think the pressure is very much on to the Pakistan team as well. And it is going to be a tense situation on the ground today. The slightest provocation can result in things going out of control. And I'm not sure in the recent past, when was it that I saw an India-Pak encounter with so much of tension in the air?
Your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, when we talk about and Gargiri not going to the stadium because it's incredibly hot and there's no point being in the stadium right now because the media box won't be open.
First just say you will be. I mean, just
Of
clarify.
course we will be. Of course, we will go closer to the match. About 1.5 hours before the match, we will be at the stadium and we will be live once again. But yes, yesterday, and I wrote about it this morning as well. When you look at the two teams, yes, the pressure is incredibly high, but also think about the fact that India is relaxed. Their body language is relaxed. They are not shirking away their responsibility of talking to the media, even if there are hard questions asked. Surya Kumar Yadav did the pre-match press conference, with a smile on his face, without any pressure at all. Whereas on the other hand, you have a Pakistan team that has hired a sports psychologist a day before the match. Not only that, but also they have cancelled the pre-match press conference, saying that they want to shield the players from the outside noise. Now, when you talk about outside noise, why was Mohsin Naqvi at the practice session yesterday? I think at this point, the outside noise that the Pakistan management is trying to shield the players from is created by themselves only. I think that's the point.
Why would you do you are not attending a press conference. And by the way, we are being very serious and focused on this show. We have got nothing to do with, they can do what they want. My question is, you're not doing a press conference. Excuse me. And yet you are shouting 6-0, 6-0. What is the point? Because obviously the Indians will retaliate. You've lost the last 6 games. You've not won. So what is the point?
Absolutely. I think at this level, you are an international team. You are playing an international tournament. I think there is a decorum that you need to maintain. There is a certain cogent thought process that you need to have. I mean, by not attending the press conference, what is the signal that you're giving? Are you saying that you will, and then you say that you will come back and address the media separately? Clearly, there is something lacking in terms of the way they are approaching this. And then you let the players go and say things like 6-0. I think that is, below the belt, even for a street level franchise.
Somebody is saying, I'm an undergrad of IIT Roorkee. Bless you. I'm an undergrad of IIT Roorkee, and some Muslim students are saying that Andy Pycroft issue is right. What do you mean right? I didn't understand. And by the way, it is not Muslim or Hindu, or it is not about anything like that. Okay, so let's first completely take that, not take it out of context. If you are saying that they are claiming the Pakistan version is that Andy Pycroft apologized and all of that, that's complete bullshit. We know it. Andy Pycroft had said, because of what he did not use the word apology also. So there was no apology. ICC did not find him in breach of anything. We've clarified this a million times. If there was, ICC would have issued a press release. Andy Pycroft continues to officiate in today's game also. Had Andy Pycroft been found guilty, Ashok, would he been allowed to officiate in today's India-Pakistan? There cannot be any bigger proof of it.
For sure. I think that lie has been clearly exposed. I think now you are actually picking at straws to make your point when there is no point.
Absolutely. And the fact that multiple people from PCB came out and said that Andy Pycroft is biased because of these certain numbers, because some stats were thrown around about the fact that he has officiated some number of matches and has always been the match referee in India versus Pakistan games, which was debunked by Rev Sports multiple times. We also made that graphic that we showed yesterday to our viewers as well, that since 2017, Andy Pycroft has only refereed 4 matches, and it's actually David Boone who has got more India versus Pakistan games, 7 games in the last 8 years. Even that is not a huge number, but if you look at who's done it the most, it's not Andy Pycroft, it's David Boone. Yes.
But in the first place, Gargi, my question is, what was Andy Pycroft supposed to do or not do? We are still not clear on that. I mean, are we saying that he was supposed to hold both the hands together and join them in a forced handshake?
I thought he did well because he stopped Salman Agha being publicly snubbed.
Yeah.
If Salman Agha would have extended his hand and Surya Kumar Yadav would have
Said
withdrawn
no. Yeah.
and said no, then it would have been a public embarrassment for the Pakistan captain. If Andy Pycroft said, look, this guy doesn't want to shake your hand, and informed him, I think he did right. I absolutely don't find Andy Pycroft at fault for anything.
And if the match referee had communicated that, why did you then go ahead and go to the dressing room and ask for a handshake? I mean, not ask, but you went and tried to approach the Indian team. So clearly, what do you think they're insinuating, that there was a favor for India, that some of the decisions went India's way?
No, that's what they claim, that Andy Pycroft gets to officiate in all the India games, but that also has been debunked because that is not the case. Statistically, also they are wrong. Yes, Ashok.
Yeah, and I think, see, whatever is the grievance that they have, they had an occasion to come to the press conference, express it clearly, confidently, tell the world that this is their grievance, and then the world would know that this is the issue, and whether we can address it, not address it is a different question. But at least that is the bare minimum that one would have expected. And then not to then come to the press conference completely defies logic as to what is the thinking.
Well, there's a badminton question. I'll quickly take that. Sasural gained a fool, whatever that name is. What kind of enigma is Seo Sing Jae? I mean, he was unbeatable with Kang and now with Kim. Absolutely. I've said this multiple times. This Korean duo is unbeatable this year. In the last few tournaments, be it the World Championship, they're blowing people away. Having said that, Satvik and Chirag 14-7 up in the first game. They had their chances. 14-7, you kill it. Whoever you are, however good the opponent is, from 14-7, you have to finish that game. They allowed it from 14-7 to be 14-14, and thereafter they were down 19-17, made it 19-all, and then lost the 2 points. So they had their opportunities. Even in the second game, it was 10 apiece. From 10 apiece, the Koreans ran away and made it 21-15. But the Koreans are a better team at the moment. Having said that, back-to-back finals for Satvik Chirag after that World Championship bronze. This is a pretty stellar comeback. Back to cricket. Has ICC ordered both teams not to talk about politics during post-match press conference? Asks Arvind. Gargi, respond.
There was a sort of circular that said that the journalists should refrain from asking political questions in the press conferences, but that's all. I don't think the players have been told to not talk about politics. Is that something that's happened?
Journalists have been told. I think the players, even were told not to answer such questions in the presser, which is why Surya Kumar Yadav made that a point. But when a person goes up on the presentation stage, how do you stop him from saying something? Or for that matter, in the post-match press conference, if somebody wants to add a line and dedicate the victory to someone, how does anybody stop anybody?
Yeah.
Later on, you might just penalize or say whatever, you made it political, but I don't think anybody can stop that. Ashok, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was just going to say exactly that how do you physically then stop a person from saying it? Also, look, at the end of the day, I mean, we've been talking now for the last 2 or 3 days about gags on the players. In the age of social media, people are tweeting things out there. People are putting out there on their social handles. You're not in a position. I mean, you can take a policy principle stand as a team management, which we believe that the Indian team did. But when you have comments like 6-0 floating around, or things that are inflammatory by nature, it clearly shows that either you've thought through a strategy and you're sticking to it, or you've not thought through a strategy and you're making abject blunders.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pratyanshu Rajput, why don't you go to the ground, sir? Boss, we will go to the ground. It is 3:43 here in Dubai. The game will start at 6:30. Plenty of time to go to the ground. In fact, our pre-match show will be from 5 p.m. local, 6:30 India, which will be from the ground. So allow us, because it's, as Gargi and Ashok said at the start of this show, it's 43, 44 degrees heat. There is no point going to the ground and getting sunstroke and getting unwell. So allow us, we will go to the ground. It is our job. As journalists, all of us are here to go to the ground and report from the ground, and we will do that. Make no mistake, we will do that. When will India's squad against the West Indies be announced? 23rd. You keep asking this question to me, Syed Nizamuddin, on the 23rd or the 24th. On the 23rd or the 24th, the squad will be announced for the India versus West Indies. Shomik has filed a copy also, quoting Debajit Saikia, the BCCI secretary. So you will be able to see that.
Dex is asking, when will you all depart for the stadium?
4:15 local, which is in about half an hour from now, after we finish this show in the next 20-25
And
minutes.
after both of you have some lunch,
Yes.
which,
We've
which you
actually-
missed the
yeah,
whole
we've-
day.
Because I had to sort of continuously, Gargi had for something for breakfast, I think, and
Yeah.
so did I. But I was after that continuously doing shows, whether it was the
I
Hindi
think-
Live or the NDTV stuff and others.
Yeah, I think if I can make a small deviation here, Bori, I really want to, and I'm new to this, so I really want to ask you about the schedule, the punishing schedules that you are maintaining, both of you have been maintaining for the last 10 days. Typically, what does your day look like?
So in my case, it's more because I have to do multiple other
Few
things
more
as well.
things, yeah.
But it's no less for any one of my colleagues. But that's what we have opted for this profession. First, let's be very clear about it. This is no complaint. Okay, the profession didn't choose us; we chose the profession. But because I do, so in my case, for example, I do Hindi as well. Every morning I do Hindi with Shubhayan and Rohit. Then I have to do multiple NDTV shows also. Like today also I recorded with Vimal Mohan, who came over. So because of that, and then I write multiple columns. I mean, I do for Money Control and I write for us. So in my case, it becomes a tad more than her. But nonetheless, it's a long day. We start, as you know, in the morning, and then it continues till about midnight. We finish off with our Kenya show. So it is a punishing schedule. Having said that, that's what you live for. Like yesterday, the Mithun Manhas break. All of India was wanting to do that. Who's the BCCI president? I had circulated the name in our group way before. And then when Vibhu put out the tweet, he actually called me and he said, "Sir, aapko pata tha." So I said, "Absolutely, mujhe pata tha." So it is about, story breaks. It is about doing quality stuff and doing stuff. Like Gargi's interview with Sania Mirza, which I'm very, very pleased about. And it will be put out on Tuesday, is something that I'm very, very happy with. Because that interview is not run of the mill or spur of the moment. That interview was well crafted, well prepared, and that's her job. If she did not do that, I would say, what is it? So ultimately, the whole point, Ashok, is excellence. It's not about the hours. It is about the excellence that you seek, and you break stories, you put out stories for your viewers. Also, not to be stupid. If we would go out there in the heat at this point in time and try and do it. I'm not that strong. I mean, I don't have the confidence in myself to do that. If anyone can, like Rohit and Shubhayan, hats off to them. It's brilliant. Yeah. But I don't think that is necessary. I think doing this show from inside is pretty much fine. That's why I said we will do it from inside and then go to the ground. That's what it is about.
Absolutely. The Sania Mirza interview, I was also there, and something that you must tune into and watch. I thought it was an excellent interview.
Dex asks, Gargi, why do you avoid the Hindi show?
How can I avoid?
She's got to do plenty more in English at the moment. And again, it's not this thing that she's avoiding anything. I must say that very, very bluntly. She's having to do bulk of the English. And by the way, she also produces my stuff. So my shows, which I do solo, she's the producer for that in Dubai. So it's not as if she's just doing her shows and disappearing from the radar. No, she's got to produce that, take the footage, manage that, coordinate with our back end in India. So there's a lot of work, my friends. And she writes. Rohit Jubilant does not write. Gargi writes every day, as does Ashok. So it is about excellence. Nobody's avoiding anything.
Sasuran. Okay. Guys, I've heard from many senior journalists that these days the PR managers and the entourage that the cricketers carry has reduced their access with media and fans as compared to earlier times. Your views? Because you've been in the industry for the longest.
Nobody reduces my access. It's as simple as that. I mean, Ashok and Gargi can both attest to that, whether to cricketers, whether to anybody. It is about my personal rapport and my personal network. We had done 7 interviews in the build-up to England, and we have done 7 interviews since coming back from England. Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj and Karun Nair and everybody. All of the interviews were on Rev Sports and exclusive, not one-on-ones, exclusive, including Mohammad Siraj. So where is the question of reduction in access coming from? Plus other sports, whether it is her interview and mine with Chirag Shetty after their World Championship bronze, whether it is with Jyoti Surekha Vietnam after that compound archery win, whether it is with Jasmine Lamboria sitting in this chair in Ashok's office after the World Championship win. So multiple, whether it is with Khalid Jamil and whether it is with the footballers, Satya Narayana after the Supreme Court verdict, Gurpreet Singh Sandhu after the Kafa Cup. So no question of reduction. Boss, it is about excellence. It is about your personal rapport. And you know why people will talk to us? Because we are not there to only interview after a medal win. We will back them at their worst times. Absolutely at their worst times. So the relationship is is paramount. That's what it is. Misal pav khaya kya? Nahi khaya.
नहीं खाया यार.
नहीं खाया.
Ashok ne bahut kuch khilaya bhai.
हाँ.
I mean, he's taken us to multiple different restaurants, including last night's Oriental.
Used.
No.
Need some-
Sorry.
Last night's Oriental one was really
Oh, it
nice.
was.
nice
I'm
one.
gonna go
Wokyu.
back there.
I genuinely like the food there. That wokyu, very nice.
should
That
go back.
sauce was zingy and it gave me a good taste in my mouth. We had the which sauce was it? Hong Kong. The
Hong
Kong
chili
pepper.
pepper sauce.
Yeah.
Black pepper.
No,
And
we
the-
had the black pepper sauce.
And the udon noodles.
Generally, black pepper is slightly more tikha.
Tikha, yeah.
And it's little bit more. The black pepper content is more. This one, it was very
Very well
nice.
balanced.
Very subtle. Yeah.
Very nice. It was very
Okay.
nice.
Prasenjit wala comment le lo.
हाँ, ले लो. क्या
Do
है?
you guys think any reciprocal behavior from Pakistan today, since they are short on imagination, hope they don't end up doing anything sinister?
Only if they win. Only if they win. Don't put it past them to do something foolish also. If they win, there could be something that just goes untoward and out of the boil. If
Yeah.
that happens, we'll see. At the moment, let's not preempt it or try to preempt it or first guess it. We can't. But if Pakistan wins, if a team can shout 6-0, 6-0 at practice, Ashok,
They can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, at a very surface level, if I look at it, you have one team which refuses to shake hands. You have the other team which doesn't like the match referee. But the cricket is the cricket, right? I mean, you still have the challenges, and it's a very, I mean, for the cricket purist, I think it's a very interesting challenge, especially if you look at the India versus Oman match which just went through. Pakistan has a lot of homework to do, a lot of opportunities that they could think through and come to the ground with a very clear strategy in terms of how they're going to tackle the openers, how they're going to look at bowling on this pitch, etc. Instead, the conversation has drifted away into a whole lot of political back and forth. Again, I'm not commenting on the right or wrong part of it, but it is inflammatory, it is tensed. The smallest of actions can result in things going out of control.
you three are looking drained. No, I don't think we are.
No.
I mean, we are pretty okay, but the heat is detrimental. I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
AB saying, is it hotter today compared to Abu Dhabi? Abu Dhabi was much hotter, wasn't it?
It was more humid.
More human.
More
It was
humid.
more humid, and that's bad. It was like the Calcutta May humidity. It just kills you. That Calcutta May humidity is the worst that is possible, and Abu Dhabi was much like that.
Pratyanshu is saying, sorry, sir, and your team working hard. Thank you, Revs Post team. Sorry, kyun keh rahe ho?
Appreciate,
Sorry.
absolutely. Somebody saying, how is Durga Puja? You promised Travis Ramraj को झालमुड़ी खिलाएंगे, खिला देंगे. आज पहले उसको ground से cover कर दे दो. He will also meet us at the ground. Bharat is also doing very good work, writing his pieces, covering the practice. So let him come to the ground. 100% खिलाएंगे. क्यों नहीं खिलाएंगे?
Boya sir, what is further?
It must be the
Okay.
food. You continue. I'll pay. Ashok, it is the food.
What is further of tennis and basketball?
Future.
Future. Oh, Achha, what is the future of? Oh, my bad. Future of tennis and basketball and overall sports in India in 10 years.
Is it your coffee or is it my food?
Coffee.
Is it coffee? So then,
Beautiful.
not my food. Your domain, you'll pay.
Okay, you promised. Acha, ye to ho gaya. Why are you not covering the fans' reactions? Yeah, that's mine.
We will cover it when we go to the stadium, not now.
Thank you.
Frankly, as I said, I mean, if fans are reaching the stadium at 3:53, which is what the time is at the moment, then they are a bit too early for me. And we will only cover the fans' reaction when we want to cover. It's as simple as that, my
Yeah.
friend. And that's what it is. We will cover. और सवाल है, बहुत सवाल है.
It's going to be full of sugar, but it's okay once in a while. Boria, there's a difference of opinion among fans over hosting of Olympics. Your thoughts on that? There's a difference of opinion among the experts as well. Remember when we did the conclave? I think it was Mahesh Bhupati who was of the opinion that India is not ready for the Olympics.
There will be many.
Yeah.
There will be many. And I think healthy difference of opinion is welcome. I think both points of view have merit. You have to understand how sport is being perceived, used by some people. And that's what it is. I mean, India, if you ask me, I think India will put in a bid, and that has the ability to transform multiple things in the country, including urbanization, sport as soft power, and facilities, and sustainable legacy, and environment, and even Indian sport to a degree. When you host a Youth Olympic Games, for example, India at the junior level is starting to do really well. So I'm for it, but I understand why. That is why I teach, mega events as jackpot or burden. I also understand why others are saying no to it, but I'm for it.
If Abhishek by chance gets out in the first over, who will you see at number 3, Surya or Samson?
Surya.
Jo hai wahi aayega.
Surya Kumar Yadav has done nothing wrong in the match. Ashok, your thoughts on that? But Surya looked stellar in the nets the other day.
Oh yes, I think India's thought through that in terms of a strategy, and it is going to be Surya. I think the team management has been very clear in terms of the approach that they have talked about, and whether Abhishek Sharma gets out in the first ball or the fifth over, I think they will stay true to their strategy.
Even I think so.
Yeah, no, I don't think any swap in the batting positions is
Durga Ma is
happening.
missing you, Boryada. I am also missing Ma Durga. It's the start of Mohalla. That's why I'm wearing yellow. So I'm trying to sort of maintain my Mohalla ritual by wearing yellow. Ashok sent me a Mohishashur Murdini video today morning. And Gargi of all people wished me Shubho Mohalla, including Shubho in the right Bengali spelling. So that was nice. But yes, I'm missing my family. I mean, I'm missing my wife and my daughter and my mother. But Shomishta and Aisha will come over within a week. So I'm looking forward to catching up with them. I'll spend Pujo here and then go back on Dashami Day to do my pranam to my mother.
We must go and eat mishti.
We absolutely must. And we
Yeah.
will.
Some people are asking me what I'm drinking. It's a strawberry acai drink. Refresher.
Very fancy.
It was on sale.
What is the drink? Oh, strawberry?
Acai refresher. It's blended strawberries, like a slushy type.
One of those kind of is
Refreshing drinks, yeah. Didn't you guys go to Dubai, my friend? This is Dubai. No, you can't see, but we are in Dubai.
This is Ashok's apartment, 27th floor, JLT Lakeside Residence. If you want to come and check us out.
Oh my God, lots of questions. Indian supporter is asking Boria, can you make one of our correspondents ask Surya about 6-0 winning streak changing to 7-0 in post-match conference to mock their fake narrative, assuming Surya will respond with something funny?
Let India win, we'll ask that. Let India win, and I'll ask, because we will be going live, so I will not be able to be personally there at the press conference, but we'll get Bharat to ask that question.
Do you think...
Somebody's saying you can't find Dorbesh in Dubai. We do find Laddu, right? Bangali
What
Mishti.
is that?
Of course, Dubai is a place where you can get everything. Shop কিছু পাওয়া যায়।
Bangali Dorbesh হয়?
Of course.
ফাটাফাটি, এটা আপনাকে জোড় করতে হবে। This one is who's this? Who asked me this? Shreyansh. We will. If you won't agree, but Shmiti is copy-paste of KL Rahul. I think Shmiti in white ball cricket is better than KL Rahul. I think Shmiti is absolute top-notch. I don't think KL Rahul, so far at least in his career, has given me reason to say that Shmiti is not better than KL Rahul. So I do think, having said that, Shmiti needs to win this World Cup and stand up and deliver for the team to become immortal and have their 1983 moment.
Yeah. Okay. More questions here. I can't believe you're drinking hot coffee in this hot heat. Hot heat.
Basically, लोहा को काटता है.
More question. Pycroft entry today will be worth watching. A bit more. Do you think they'll play some nice background music? Kuch so funny. What do you think? Do you think we have appropriate civic sense to host such a grand event? Are we going to show Gutka stains to the world? Okay.
Listen, 2036 is several whatever away. I've seen Tokyo hide the slums. I've seen multiple such things happen in different parts of the world. I've seen Rio, where stadiums became white elephants after, in the Baja Beach and in the Copacabana Beach, next to the Copacabana Beach, next to Baja, obviously the same case. So don't try and give me this that only the developed nations And come on, at this point in time, the economic conditions of Europe, this is India's decade, Ashok. Both of us know that.
So I just want to bring in one point. Every nation that hosts something like the Commonwealth Games or the Olympic Games has their own version of the Gutka stain. I mean, it is not that they are all completely sanitized and completely bereft of such issues. So for the Gutka stain that is there in India, a Brazil or an Africa or Eastern Europe will have its own challenges and problems. But the whole purpose of hosting something like this is to start overcoming some of these. Man, I think chases, as Boria, you said, perfection and progress. And it comes through when you have interventions like this.
Somebody is saying, go to Gangor in JLT, Proshenjit Mitra. Are Proshenjit, তুমি খাও না, তুমি রোজ কথা বলো, আমি বাড়ি যাওয়ার সময় এটা দেখি, আমি ওটা দেখি। For a change, why don't তুমি এখানে থাকো, তুমি কেন খাওয়াচ্ছ না ভাই? তুমি খাও। Ashok and আমাকে মহালয়ার মিষ্টি, come and greet us and let's catch up also, and we will entertain you.
He was saying that I live close by.
Correct. So Proshenjit, you should go to, how do I go and figure out this place? তুমি জানো তোমার জায়গা, come and see.
আমি ল্যাংচা খাবো।
Ashok ল্যাংচা খেতে চান, আমি বাঙালি মিষ্টি খেতে চাই। Proshenjit, if you are watching this show, confirm here that you are going to get us the. আরে I want to meet Shubhayan to reply করছে না। আমি তো তোমাকে রিপ্লাই করছি, তুমি আমায় খাওয়াও না, তুমি শুভায়নের কথা বলছো কেন? তোমায় আমি বলছি গাঙ্গরের মিষ্টি খাও, তো তুমি নিজে বলছো তো আমার কোনো কথা বলছো না। Come on here. What's the benefit of hosting if there's some? Is it worth it? What's the benefit of hosting? Yeah, Olympics. Let's not drift into Olympics now. I'll make you understand what's the benefit of hosting the Olympic Games on some other day. Because this is what I teach for a living. I've taught mega events for 15 years. 15 years. So I will explain that to you. Pakistan has not won against major teams. Can Pakistan win today? Ashok, Gargi, anyone?
No, I'm giving them a 20% chance, nothing more than that. The Indian team is far superior. If you look at the batting lineup, you have so much depth. You bat till number 8. When you look at the bowling as well, you've got the spin trio of Kuldeep Yadav, Varun Chakravarti, and Akshar Patel. I don't think Pakistan batters have enough in them to sort of decode Varun and Kuldeep and then face an Akshar Patel as well. Also, you have a Hardik Pandey, you have a Jasprit Bumrah. So I don't think Pakistan stands a chance here.
Why don't you guys give Vaibhav opportunity? We will give Vaibhav opportunity. Every member of Rev Sports gets opportunities. Vaibhav also traveled to Dubai and will in the future in our organization. Every member gets opportunities. Ashok.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate for Pakistan that if they had watched the India-Pakistan match, they would have seen that Shah Faisal delivery, that swinging in swinger which got Shubman Gill. There's a lot of homework that they could have done in terms of what to change from the strategy on the 14th. But I think the all-round pressure that would be bearing on them, given what's happening all around the ground, is perhaps taking away from the focus on the ground as far as they are concerned. And frankly, I don't think that they are playing anywhere close to their potential. Even if they do, I think the Indian team is far, far stronger.
So last 3-4 minutes on the show. Ashok, stadium full, yes, no, tickets still available on Platinum List.
Tickets are still available, but we have also seen even on the 14th match that the stands begin to get filled. And I think when we were 5 overs into the match, there were only 2 stands which were looking sparse. But by the mid innings, I think it was also full. So I expect a maximum crowd coming in today.
Gargish, future of Shubman Gill, fit monk if he fails to score.
No, I think Shubman is one of those players who gets a long rope. I don't think even if he fails tonight, he will be in the team. He will get a long rope. He has a lot of potential. Yes, he hasn't performed as much as we would have wanted him to in the Asia Cup, but don't think that anything is happening to him as of now.
It should not. He's the vice captain of the team. Yesterday we've seen the process. It's about process and practice. It's about preparation. Shubman Gill looked absolutely fine to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine to me. Last couple of questions. It's too hot in Dubai, I was told. Really hope you guys are taking good care. Boryada, others take good care. Whatever. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I mean, it is very, very hot. Any plans for Studio Live? What is this? This is a makeshift Studio Live, but if you are saying Studio Live, I don't believe in that. The studio is getting ready and it will be a state-of-the-art studio in March. Somebody asked about MacBook and whatever phones. Rev Sports always had money, my friend. That's why 7 people in Paris or 9 people in England. It is about commitment. It's not about money. Several other people have more money from us than us, but the commitment is not there. That is why you will not see 6 people in Paris for the Paralympic Games. It is not about that. It is about intent. It's about commitment to sport. And studio, it will get ready in March. But even then, you will see here, because it's about on-ground coverage. Sitting there and giving yarn doesn't work in sport. I hope Ashok will now agree that when I've been continuously saying about disruption, being on ground, what I meant. Ashok, your thoughts quickly.
Oh, totally. I mean, I think, covering a sport like this, or covering any sport for that matter, is getting under the skin of where it's being held, talking to the fans on the ground, looking at culture, looking at food, looking at what the fans are saying. And, the beauty is that some of these things evolve, the narrative evolves during the course of the tournament. And only when you're on ground, you're able to capture the very essence of it.
Okay, Gargi, itna sugar, bolke somebody saying, itna walking alive, itna sugar, Gargi, just kidding.
नहीं इसमें कम है मैंने देख के लिया है.
Okay, so that last one, Ashish Shandilia, fun fact, Boria sir and Sai Mayub have the same runs in the Asia Cup. यार ये ना आप मैच के बाद बोलो, मतलब आज भी Sai Mayub 0 करेगा. ये आप मैच के बाद बोलो. ये I will embrace this fact. मैच के बाद please आके बोलना Sai Mayub and Boria all both have the thing, means Sai Mayub is 0 today. Boss, we are joining you guys in 1 hour. We need to get to the stadium, so we leave in 10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.